Welcome, lords and ladies, back to the realm. I am your humble host, the Goat King, and today I want to cover not only the vehicles in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, but also the character options that will help you get the most out of those vehicles. We will be covering material from the Game Mastery Guide and Guns and Gears, with a few honorable mentions from the Advanced Player's Guide. As always, all of this information can be found on the archives of Nethys. Now, I don't plan to go over the exact mechanics of piloting vehicles in this video. How it's played made two excellent videos on the topic, which I will have linked in the description. Instead, we will jump straight into player options. A character's skills matter a great deal when driving a vehicle. Driving, piloting, or sailing lore are usually used for ground, air, or aquatic vehicles. However, most vehicles have a second associated skill depending on their propulsion method. Alchemical propulsion generally allows crafting. Magical propulsion will allow one of the magic associated skills, arcana, nature, occultism, or religion, depending on the type of magic in use. Pulled propulsion requires nature for unintelligent creatures, but uses diplomacy or intimidation when sapient creatures are pulling the vehicle. Likewise, a road vehicle will allow diplomacy or intimidation on the crew. Wind-powered vehicles usually use nature as their associated skill. You will want to choose from these skills based on what types of vehicles your party might encounter, or better yet, have several characters in the group take up different skills for different vehicles. And keep in mind the additional lore skill feat when you're trying to gain access to some of these lore skills. But if you don't want to spam skills to be the number one driver in the party, I suggest the Trick Driver Uncommon Archetype from Guns and Gears. Not only does the dedication give you an auto-progressing driving lore, it also allows you to use driving lore in place of piloting or sailing lore. And it allows you to use dexterity rather than intelligence when attempting piloting checks. Further archetype feats allow you to quickly take control of a vehicle, improve its ability to run over and ram other creatures, or allow you to fully control the vehicle while still making attacks. The archetype skill feats allow you to improve maneuverability, as well as speed, both inside and outside of encounters. Now, not every character is built to be a center of attention hotshot pilot. Some of us shine better as support crew. The vehicle mechanic is an uncommon archetype from Guns and Gears. A character with this archetype will focus their attention on one vehicle, making sure it's in tip-top shape while also making small improvements to make it easier to pilot. Patch Job, the level 4 feat, grants the Improvised Repair general feat, but you can attempt a crafting check as part of the repair to treat the object as normal quality rather than shoddy quality once it's repaired. Superior Propulsion, a level 6 feat, causes your vehicle to create a special effect based on the propulsion method whenever the pilot succeeds at the 2 or 3 action version of Drive. Impervious Vehicle, the level 8 feat, improves the armor, fortitude, and health of your vehicle. The level 18 feat, Miraculous Flight, gives your vehicle a fly speed, or improves its existing maneuverability in flight. The archetype skill feats focus on efficiency, allowing you to repair several vehicles at a time, or reducing the active crew requirement of your vehicle. The Beastmaster and Cavalier archetypes from the Advanced Player's Guide both get an honorable mention for giving you access to creatures to propel pulled vehicles. With all that covered, let's move on to the vehicles themselves, starting with those in the Game Mastery Guide. Starting with land vehicles, we have our carts, wagons, carriages, chariots, both heavy and light, and a sleigh. Carts and light chariots can each be pulled by a single large creature. The sleigh can be pulled by 2 large creatures or 6 medium creatures, and makes easy work of snow and ice. Unfortunately, it is slow to turn and struggles in other terrains. Carriages and heavy chariots both boast the highest hit points of these basic land vehicles, but the heavy chariot takes the advantage on both passenger count and collision damage. A rare sight to behold, the level 15 steam giant stands tall, spewing jets of flame. Requiring 1 pilot and 3 crew to operate, the huge steam giant saunters by at a leisurely speed of 20 feet. This device is not fast, but it is powerful. Moving more swiftly along, we come to aquatic vehicles, and where better to start than the rowboat? This humble, medium transportation may not be swift, however it can be carried when the rivers fail you. 1 step, or perhaps 9 steps up, the sailing ship. These gargantuan vehicles can swiftly transport 19 people, 10 of which being mere passengers. Unfortunately, the speed and size come at a cost, making sailing ships slow to turn. And for obvious reasons, the sail makes these vessels highly vulnerable to fire. Now, a galley might be slower than a sailing ship, but its crew of 20 rowers gives it great maneuverability with its oars in the water. Now we get to air vehicles, of which there are only 2 in this book. The glider is an affordable vehicle, but uncommon. And there is the small matter of how you launch it. You see, you will need to leap from a steep incline or cliff. The steeper the better, as it will give you more time to take control of the plummeting craft. But should the winds favor you, and your skill be clean, you will find yourself flying through the air. A safer option, if you happen to be friends with the right people, is an airship. These rare, gargantuan craft rise into the air on a combination of magical and alchemical power. They are deceptively swift in forward flight, but they're also very slow to turn. That is the collection offered in the Game Mastery Guide, but we are not nearly done. Guns and Gears offers us a host of eye-popping vehicles to explore. Needless to say, these vehicles are all uncommon or rare, with one unique specimen in the bunch. Also introduced in this book are a few new propulsion methods. Clockwork specifically is interesting, as clockwork devices must be wound with a key for power. Winding usually takes 10 minutes and powers the vehicle for a number of hours. The automated cycle, uncommon, level 1, and large, is a clockwork cycle with 2 sidecars for passengers or cargo. Empty, it isn't much faster than using your legs. But while loading it up with passengers or cargo does slow it down, it's probably faster than trying to carry the load with your own 2 legs. The adaptable paddleboat, uncommon, level 2, and medium, is a clockwork paddleboat whose paddles convert into wheels for land travel. The clunker junker, uncommon, level 1, and medium, is an alchemically powered vehicle, specifically called out as being a favorite of goblins. Cheap to produce, uniquely unreliable, and way too involved with alchemists' fire. No wonder the goblins love it, and honestly, they can keep it. The steam cart, rare, level 2, and large, is a cart powered by a steam-producing alchemical furnace, rather than being pulled by an animal. In collisions, the cart produces a cloud of steam, obscuring its occupants. The clockwork wagon, uncommon, level 3, and large, is a clockwork-powered wagon. It's big, bulky, and designed to haul a lot of cargo. 400 bulk worth of it. The sand diver, uncommon, level 3, and large, is an alchemy-powered, vaguely scorpion-shaped digging device designed to burrow through the sand. The alchemical fumes and byproducts left behind create shards of glass in the sand, making it painful to follow. The steam trolley, rare, level 4, and large, is a bigger, more spacious steam cart. The armored carriage, uncommon, level 5, and large, is a well-built, sturdy carriage, and a ranged weapon can be mounted to the carriage for offensive situations. The Firefly, uncommon, level 5, and large, is a hovering vehicle propelled by magically electrified magnets. The vehicle glows with a rather strong light, and in a pinch, the magnets can be overcharged to emit a dazzling flash of light. The Clockwork Hopper, uncommon, level 6, and large, is as you might have guessed. A big, Clockwork Rabbit that avoids or ignores difficult terrain by simply leaping over it. The Snail Coach, uncommon, level 7, and huge, is a trolley that uses magic and alchemy to adhere itself to surfaces and climb walls, leaving behind a sticky trail. The Mobile Inn, rare, level 8, and huge, is a steam and alchemy powered building. It can be customized to carry 1 to 5 passengers, depending on the level of comfort and luxury demanded. The Clockwork Borer, rare, level 9, and huge, is a clockwork drill-equipped carriage. The drill is made of adamantine, allowing it to move through solid stone, if at a glacial pace. The Speedster, rare, level 10, and large, is an alchemy-powered hybrid device built to resemble a fast animal, usually a horse. Built for speed, they usually lack accommodations for cargo. The Apparatus of the Octopus, uncommon, level 11, and large, is a diving vehicle usually shaped like a cephalopod. It only requires a pilot to operate, but a passenger can help operate it by simultaneously running the arms and other functions. The Ambling Surveyor, rare, level 14, and huge, is a magical, clockwork vehicle designed to easily traverse almost any kind of difficult terrain. It also contains a handful of clockwork birds that aid cartographers in mapping the surrounding area. The Titanic Stomper, rare, level 15, and gargantuan, is a massive, magic and electric lizard-shaped robot. Only 2 exist due to a research accident that befell the inventors. Notably, this device is capable of not only absorbing electricity, but also producing bolts of lightning for offensive uses. The Clockwork Castle, rare, level 16, and gargantuan, is a small castle mounted atop spindly clockwork spider legs. These legs make the luxurious castle swift and maneuverable, and combining these sharp legs with the plentiful weapon mounts, the Clockwork Castle becomes a siege engine of frightening effectiveness. Last on our list, Vanthos's Golden Bridge, unique, level 17 and large, is a flying throne surrounded in swirling rings of gemstone-studded gold. This wonder was created by the wizard Vanthos in preparation to attempt the test of the Starstone. The vehicle is imbued with powerful defensive magic, and it emits an enchanting magic aura. That, at long last, brings us to the end of the vehicles presented in Guns and Gears, and to the end of the video as well. If you want a video about the vehicle selling shops in the Grand Bazaar, make sure to comment down below. But regardless, thank you for visiting the realm. I have been your host, the Goat King, and as always, travel with loyal companions.